Just reading up on this next guest, YouTube star Jennifer Zhang, with some awesome DIY hacks to get organized with stuff you just have lying around at home. She's coming up right after this.
Without further ado, let's get started. So for this first DIY, I'm making a DIY mini terrarium. For some reason, I had used like a bigger one if you want to make like a real size.
Why wait, we have her right now. Our next guest friends uploaded her first video for her Generation DIY channel when she was only 15. Oh my gosh, she now has over 2.5 million subscribers. DIY YouTube star Jennifer Zhang, I hope I'm saying it correctly, joins us with back to school crafts to kick off the year on a creative note. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So good to see you. I love the fact that kids can do this at home and get organized, because that's half the battle. I was a clutter bug, so help us. What ideas do you have?
So I have 3 different DIYs today just to personalize some school supplies and to get organized. So yeah, I'm going to start out with some notebooks. So these are super cute. I just personalized all of these. This one is just a plus sign notebook that I drew on and made a little label out of some cardstock, and I just stuck the paper onto the plain notebook.
Cute.
I have this minimal grid looking one with notes at the top, and I actually painted this one myself. It's a marble pattern. So this one is a little bit more complicated, but still super fun.
Yeah, it's got a cool marbling effect. I was going to say, what if we're not as artistic as you? The other ones look cool too, though, and it differentiates subjects, right?
Yes, definitely. And specifically, like if there are multiple kids at home, you can differentiate between whose notebooks is whose.
Love it.
Yeah. You can also print out just a marble pattern off the internet if you don't have the artistic skill.
Or stickers. Always just like slap on a sticker.
Yeah, that's true. And lastly, we have this Constellation Notebook, and I'm actually going to show you guys how to make this today.
Okay.
So all you need is just a piece of black construction paper, a plain notebook, and a gold Sharpie. So all I'm going to do is just take my gold Sharpie and draw a bunch of stars and moon patterns on here. And this really doesn't take that much artistic skill. As you can see, I'm just drawing some random things, and it looks pretty cool already. Takes 5 seconds.
You know what, Jen? And if you're like me, I always procrastinated as a kid, right?
Yeah.
So you could do this in between doing your homework, and then you're like, little fun art time, and then I go back to the subjects.
Yeah, like a little doodling project.
Right. Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend not listening in class, but, you know, just a little artistic side pursuit.
Yes, while doing your homework. Yes, exactly.
So then you can just go ahead and glue this onto your notebook.
Okay.
And put it on. And once you're done that, you'll have a Constellation Notebook.
A++. That's beautiful. I love it.
It's super simple. And you have a couple of different choices. And there's really limitless things that you can do on the notebooks.
Where do you get all these ideas?
Well, a lot of them are just, you know, looking around in stores and being like, you know what, I could probably make that myself and not have to pay however much for a notebook.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Once you have the supplies, you can, like, it's never ending, right? It's as limited as your creative mind. That's great.
Yeah, I've just stocked up a bunch of DIY supplies over the years, and I'm like, I can make everything now.
Exactly. Those are great tips. Do you have anything more? I see more there.
Yes, there are 2 more. So next up, we have binder dividers, and these are super easy and customizable. So I just have these ones right here. Got Gen Z's music, and then math, and a couple other subjects. So I chose these highlighter colors just to match with the back-to-school theme. So
Love
what
it.
you're gonna is just a couple pieces of paper, cardstock, whatever kind of paper that you want to use. I would recommend cardstock because it's just a little thicker, so it won't rip as easily.
More durable.
Yeah, for the tabs, I'm going to be using this washi tape, which is basically decorative paper tape. There's a bunch of different patterns, but if you don't have washi tape, you can also just cut out some tabs out of the paper that you're using and stick it on the side. So what I'm doing is just taking some of the tape and ripping it off, and then I'm just going to stick it onto the side of my paper.
So clever.
Yeah, and you can double this up for however wide you want it, but this washi tape, the decorative tape, is super easy to write on.
Yeah.
So you can and write the subject on and write the subject on here, and you can take your handy dandy hole punch, just hole punch it,
Hole punch.
and then you can insert it into the binder.
Yay! And you know what? If you're feeling sleepy, those neon brights will wake you
Yeah.
right up. So that's a
Yeah.
bonus. Okay, Jen, thank you so much. For more information, where do we go?
You can head to my channel, Generation DIY, Generation DIY on all social media.
TYVM. See, I tried to be cool, Jen. I messed it up. Okay, thank you very much.